Okay. I have to edit that part. Make sure I'm in here. Okay.
Hi, I'm Donnelly Meixner,
And your relationship to the kids?
grandmother.
Okay. My name is Jessica Colleen GEVEDON, and I am the mother of Taya, Brendan, Caleb, Nicholas, and Jordan. And I am making this video as a part of a testimony or a plea to the courts to reverse the termination of my parental rights and my rights were terminated in July of 2008. What knowledge, if any, do you have of my traumatic brain injury?
I know that you got in a car accident and your brain injury is severe, was severe then. It is still severe today.
And the car accident was when?
June, somewhere in June, July, I don't remember, I can't recall.
Okay, what year?
I'm going to say 86.
97. My accident was in 97, Mom.
I don't recall because it's been that long ago.
Okay, when you went to the hospital and you saw me, did they know whether or not they were planning for a funeral or me going home?
You were very severely injured with the brain injury, front and back pelvis, leg, left leg, and they also, after a few days being in ICU, after your release, the paperwork said that you would only have a life expansion of 55 years old.
Okay, and that was due to the injuries inflicted on my brain from the accident?
Yes.
Okay. At the time of my removal, or excuse me, from the span of my accident time, 1997, to the time of my children being removed from me in August of 2006, were you aware of, by any physician, that I was not mentally stable enough to take care of my children?
Not at that time, no.
Okay. At the time of my children's being removed from me, were the children being neglected in any manner by me?
As far as I know, none by you physically.
Okay. Would you say that I reared appropriate discipline with my children when they misbehaved?
Yes, either the time out in the corner or time out in their room.
Okay. And were the children adequately fed, bathed, and clothed?
Yes.
Would you say ever in the time periods of you coming over to my house with me having children, did you ever see a time where my cupboards were bare or I didn't have the ability of taking care of them?
No. You weren't the cleanest person.
Okay, when would you say I chose?
Either when they were, I already know what you're going to say. Either when they're sleeping or for their nap or for in bed. You would pick up.
Okay, would you say that I adequately cared for their educational needs?
Yes.
Okay, and in regards to that, like when you were invited over for birthday parties or Christmas, what would I ask you if you were going to buy them anything? Would I ask you to buy them?
Educational.
Okay. Would you say that I cared for their medical needs as well?
Yes, you did.
In regards to that, what conditions do you know that Taya was born with?
I don't know the name, but
You can explain.
her legs were like our elbows. Instead of being normal, they would flip up, and she had to have casts put on them.
And would you say that my time spent with Taya was mostly in hospitals dealing with that situation?
Yes.
Would you say that Brendan also was born with some sort of disorder?
He wasn't born with disorder, but later we found out that he had very much of asthma. He spent a lot of time in the hospital with asthma. I remember being there and holding him while the breather treatment was on.
Well, in regards to his birth, did he have to go to the NICU for a few hours for breathing issues?
Yes.
Okay, and would you say that I took care of his medical treatment as well?
Yes.
To your knowledge, was I involved in any abusive relationships,
Yes.
and with whom?
Devin Reddick and Nicholas Kawali.
Okay, and to your knowledge, did I seek any legal help in order to get away from the abusers or prosecute them?
Prosecution.
And to your knowledge, what was the result of the legal course that I took? Were the abusers ever given jail time, or were they just given like a slap on the wrist?
Slap on the wrist.
Do you believe that my parental rights should have been terminated, or if there was an alternate route such as suspension of my parental rights, that should have been enforced rather than the termination?
Suspension should have been in order because at that time we didn't know what kind of the brain injury was causing you to be not functioning as well as a parent should. Like where it was, I mean, other than the doctors and the schooling, and it should have been there to I don't know if it's protection from the abusers or it should
With the
be
rehabilitation?
of suspension.
Oh, the suspension? Oh, if I'm understanding you correctly, I should have been suspended for a period of time to allow me to go through the rehabilitation and understand what was going on, rather than this complete severance of my parental rights.
Yes, that's what I
And,
meant.
and maybe had the courts come later on, such as today's date, to reevaluate my current situation, which is, what would you say my current situation is? What positive
Now
things?
that you know what is the problem with you, I think that they should give you a second chance to help you to look into this matter more with your accident, from the accident part.
Okay, and do you believe that I should be given a second chance with my kids? That
Yeah.
they should reinstate my parental rights?
Yes, if they feel fit that the kids are in no danger, which I don't think they are. I think the kids are, I don't know what they've been talked to about, or if anything, when they did see you that one time, Taya knew who you were.
Yeah, can you tell
Brendan didn't know exactly who you were because he thought you were Hannah Montana. And Caleb didn't know who you were. They just thought you were pretty. And Brendan said he was going to marry you. That's all I remember. And the boys, the two younger boys, didn't know who you were.
Well, that was in regards to the visit that we had in at Dairy Queen after Devin committed suicide in 2011.
Yes.
But can you tell me, or tell us a little bit about the visit that we had in July of 2012 last year? Like, we were all interacting with each other, or
Yeah.
the kids seemed happy to be
Yeah, they
around
were
me?
fine. They seemed fine. It was at Anthony's house, your brother. They seemed to be fine, except for, you know, Taya doesn't like, she's like Grandma, don't like to be huggy, touchy, and kissy on. And that's the only thing I think that Taya had problems with. And Brendan, the rest of them seemed fine.
And after the visit,
The only thing that Terry felt uncomfortable is because the pictures were taken.
which were not taken by my hand, correct?
No, not all of them,
They were mostly taken by who?
no. Dave,
And
I took one or two.
well,
Terry.
And I let the kids run around with the camera.
No, yeah, the kids ran around. No, I don't think Terry took any pictures. I know it was just you and I, and Dave was taking pictures, and the kids were running around with cameras.
Mostly Jordan, but so in regards to my progress, do you have any knowledge of my schooling?
Yes, I know that you're going for a journalism and lawyer, and you're doing very well.
And as regards to my psychological issues, would you say that I brought you enough information so far to show you that it is not a psychological issue, but yet a neurological issue created
It's a neurological.
from the car accident?
Yes, from the car accident, but I feel that more testing and more needs to be done for you to find out exactly where all this is, what nerve or what the nerve and the other nerve is not connecting.
What it is, it's called frontal lobe damage syndrome. Underneath axis one.
Speaking German to your mother.
I know, but my axis one is frontal lobe damage syndrome. Underneath axis one as well is post-traumatic stress syndrome. And then there's an axis two of histrionic and personality disorder traits, which means I don't exactly have the disorder. They're inflicted on me because of the because of the neurological issue with the frontal lobe damage syndrome. And once that is rehabilitated, the access 2 will completely disappear, which will mean I'm 100% healthy from any neurological disorder.
Right, as soon as they figure everything else out.
Would you say that I'm keeping up now with my own medical needs, such as psychiatrists, neuropsychological issues, neuropsychiatrists, cognitive rehabilitation, behavior rehabilitation, and anything else that is related to my traumatic brain injury?
Yes, you brought documents and I've seen them all.
And do you feel, as a parent, as a grandmother, that if my rights are reinstated to my children, that they will be in the best care possible by me?
Yes. I feel that if you do get them back, there should be some guidance of somebody to check on you to see that you are doing well with them and that you are handling them.
But overall, you do believe that I'm justified in asking for a second chance
Yes.
with my kids.
Yes.
And what promises have you heard over the past 6 years of the kids being gone?
What have I heard?
Yeah, as far as promises go and seeing them, or
I could see them whenever I want to. I know that at the time Terry said that yes, you could see them, and yes, that you could have part of their life. None of that's happened. Which I love my grandkids, and I love you because you're my daughter. And as a mother, to have your kids ripped from your arms is nothing I can imagine. And as a mother, I didn't know how to take that in when that happened to you.
And do you have anything that you would like to say to either the courts or your grandkids?
Yes, I do believe that Jessica does need a second chance with with a little bit of help from the courts and for them to reunite them together. What's that?
Anything for your grandkids?
And my grandkids, I love them. And I wouldn't have this being done if I think any harm would happen to them. And I love them very much.